Good morning, fanboys. Welcome to another episode of IncCast, recorded live here at Walker Design Studios, official home for Fanboys Incorporated. And I just noticed we got a chat on our Facebook page. It's being broadcasted live at the Comic Depot, just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway to meet all your fanboy needs. Go and check out Mr. Kaminsky, the comics pusher. And sitting across from me is Mr. Joe Nubb.
Hello! And sitting across from me is DW.
So, yes, we are being broadcasted live at the
Which
Comic
I think
Depot.
is kind of cool. Also, Chris, Darren, if you guys are there, do me a favor. I cannot find my wallet anywhere. I think maybe it might be in the back office or just in front of the display case. If you could just
The back
check.
office. You like going to the back office. You get
That's where all
special.
the toys are.
Yeah, you get the special permission to go back before the toys get on the shelves.
Yeah, just let me know if I drop my my wallet back there. Thank you.
And if you do, Chris, I like a few things. So pull out that credit card and then go ahead and buy yourself a few things. We are recording live here at Walker Design Studios. Obviously, I just said that official home for Fanboys Incorporated. We're live tweeting, guys. So tweet us at Fanboys Inc. And Chris, if you do find Joe's wallet, you can tweet me or Facebook me, and we'll figure that out. Yeah, big week. This podcast, special podcast, is going to be dedicated to Mr.
This is
Robin
dedicated
Williams.
to Robin Williams. Passed away at 63 years old.
63. The world was in shock. I think any celebrity.
For real.
Everybody's shocked, but for some reason, I think Robin Williams, not that any other celebrity is less celebrity-like, but the world was shocked. I mean, Robin Williams
everybody loves Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Even if you didn't like some of his movies, you still loved Robin Williams. I mean, I grew up with him with Mork and Mindy. I
Yeah.
mean, way back in the day.
Yeah.
And stand-up comedy relief. And then he got away from TV, went into movies. I mean, he did a couple appearances on Happy Days. That was kind of cool. They did the first crossover TV event, with Mork and Mindy and the Fonz.
Oh, that's right.
So
my
that was
God,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
I do remember that.
But yeah, it was a sad moment. Definitely a pop culture icon. I mean, not only most people know him mostly from his comedy. I mean, Good Morning Vietnam,
Mrs. Doubtfire,
Aladdin,
the Genie.
Obviously, then a big performance in Good Will Hunting.
Patch
Adams, and one
of my favorites was I like to think it was sort of like one of the unsung heroes, but Club Paradise. Came out in the mid '80s. That was a great movie.
And then he was such a diverse actor that you see all those, and then you go into 1 Hour Photo.
Oh yeah,
and he's just
the darker side.
Yeah, the darker side.
Yep.
And we did a special live FBI After Dark a couple nights ago, and it's up on our YouTube page. Myself, Josh Epstein, and Philip Royals, our other fanboy FBI member, called in, and just talking about Robin Williams, some of the backlash that happens when celebrities die, jokes, stuff like that, inappropriate stuff. But then we just kind of dishonored him. So you guys can check that out over on our YouTube page. Just type in Fanboys Inc. and it's FBI's After Dark, tag Robin Williams. Check that out. It was a good time. Just kind of honoring the man.
Yeah.
And just his life. And, he's a great actor, but he was a great human being. Is dealing with his internal demons, he still took time out to help somebody else. I mean, we posted pictures with him and Christopher Reeves. We're like best friends.
Right.
So he did a lot of charity work, a lot of helping others.
He always just seemed like a likable guy.
Oh, big time.
He had that charisma.
And, it's funny, one of the best lines or quotes that I saw one of our fans put on their Facebook page was, the people who make us laugh the most are usually crying the most internally.
Mm-hmm.
They're using comedy maybe as a relief for themselves,
right,
or just to hide it.
Right.
And I think that was Robin Williams in his entire life.
That's why I'm here.
Drug abuse and just depression
Mm-hmm.
and everything that was going on. He hit it with comedy. He made other people's laugh. If he couldn't laugh inside, he made other people laugh. So that was pretty cool. Now, this podcast is definitely dedicated to you, Mr. Robin Williams.
And can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Did Mork and Mindy have a comic book series too? Was it DC or Marvel maybe put out a comic book? I know he definitely had Amigo action figure,
yes,
3 3/4 inch action
yeah.
figure. So
I don't know if they did a comic series. I don't know. Maybe it made an appearance in Archie. I don't know. There's something.
I don't know.
But you did. There might have been something. I think even Happy Days had it wasn't Golden Key, but it was that style of a book back in the day. They might have had something like that as well.
Right.
He's touched everybody's lives, I think.
So Robin Williams, this episode is for you.
So getting on.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. For many, many years.
That's right.
Let's get into it. I saw it finally.
Gardens of the Galaxy.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Wait, hang on a second, real quick. Chris, Darren, did you guys find my wallet yet? No, you didn't, because I have it on me the whole time. I tricked you into running around the store looking for my wallet.
And the customers there are going, what the fuck? Anyway, oops, sorry.
Watch your language. Darren said we have to keep this. You know what's funny?
Darren was not there. So.
No, he was there when I was leaving, and he grabbed me by the throat.
Didn't. No, he didn't.
He shoved me.
No, he didn't.
Into the new books.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, but he did say.
No, he didn't.
He did say something. He did.
What did he say?
Hey, just have a good time. No, seriously.
That's Darren? Was that Kermit the Frog?
Like, hi-ho. Here's
coming by
the
our
funny
bucks.
thing. If we're at the depot, I mean, we don't, it's not like we're like swearing and super potty mouth, but, you know, if an F-bomb or an S-word slips out, it's one thing.
Superior?
No, but that's because we're in the store and we can actually, we see who's there and we know, you know, we can pick and choose our words carefully. But now, it's like we are let loose.
We're broadcasting, yeah.
I know.
So anyway.
Such a foolish move on their parts. Stupid humans. Guardians of the Galaxy, what do you think?
I loved it.
It was awesome.
It was a great movie.
It was out of this world.
Right after I saw it, obviously I put a post on my personal page.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying, well, haven't you seen it yet? Why? What's going on? Yeah. You know, I'm busy. I think it was great. Once again, another great job. It looks like it's on track to possibly be the best movie for 2014. It's going crazy. It beat Thursday records. It beat Friday records for August.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have to compete with Transformers. That's the highest grossing film this summer.
Yep.
And then it's funny. Then it just drops. The money difference is huge.
Between Transformers and Guardians?
Like say Captain America 2 or
okay.
before Guardians. I mean, how much money they made, how much Transformers made gross compared to like the second, third, fourth place people.
Right.
I personally.
But that's also taken into account worldwide markets as well, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and this isn't domestic. I think Guardians could beat them.
Right.
Transformers. For Thursday openings, it beat the last winner was 2007 or 6. Don't quote me on the date, but it was Born Identity. Had the best. But I don't know if they take inflation into consideration because ticket pricing was less back then. So I'm wondering, you know, if they added that adjustment as far as inflation. I mean, because it came out in 3D.
They usually do, don't they? They usually adjust for inflation.
Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But you also got to remember, it opened up with 3D at what was it, $15 a pop?
Yeah, I think so.
$12.50 a pop?
Or is it 13? Whatever the amount.
I don't do the 3D. Traditionally, I usually just go the standard, you know, normal HD. But I enjoyed it. I did say personally that I felt I liked Captain America 2 better. Not because the movie, it's just two different types of movies. I don't know if it's because I'm not a big Guardians fan. I don't know the lore. These are the new Guardians. I'm more familiar with your Guardians, the Charlie 27, Vance Astro. It was a great movie. But I just enjoyed Cap 2. Maybe it's just because of the character, the mystique, you know, the history. I don't know. And it's a different type of movie. It's not a galactic fun romp like Spaceballs meets Star Wars fun.
I don't know. Are you talking about Captain America 2 or Guardians of the Galaxy now?
Captain America 2.
Okay.
Guardians of the I like Captain America 2 better.
Right.
It's just two different types of movies.
Yeah, well, that's it.
You know, one's more, you could almost say it's an action drama. This one was more like an action comedy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It was the giant.
Don't get me wrong.
So it was the fun intergalactic space romp as opposed to the grounded political sort of an action.
I mean, we're still dealing
thriller.
with superheroes. I think it's going to do great. And Matt Dow-Smith, our good friend Matt Dow-Smith, had put this in perspective that these aren't superhero movies. These are action. They're sci-fi. They're dramas. They just happen to be wearing capes and a costume.
Right.
But if you look at it that way, Guardians is an awesome sci-fi movie right off the bat. It doesn't even have to be superhero related. And I think that's what's key for Marvel. Nobody knew who these characters were. You know, in general public, you didn't need to watch Cap 2, Cap 3, or Iron Man 3, Avengers. You didn't have to watch any of these other ones to understand or even read the comics to get the enjoyment out of it. Now,
so you can go in a blank slate.
Right. Now, if you didn't, and now if you know the characters, you're going to get some of the fanboy teasers. You're going to get some of the imagery you see in the background. Like we saw Beta Ray Bill. We've seen.
Wait, we saw Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah.
In Guardians of the Galaxy?
Where? He was in one of the cases.
No way. In the collector's collection?
Yep.
I did catch they had one of the Dark Elves from Thor in there. I saw one of Chitauri from Avengers, but I missed Beta Ray Bill, son of a gun.
The big thing is Adam Warlock, we saw his cocoon in a post clip.
Yeah, for Thor 3.
Yep.
Or for Thor 2.
And he was in this one as well, and it was open.
I didn't see that.
It was cracked open.
No kidding.
If I'll show you the images. So it is saying that Adam Warlock will be possibly in Avengers 3 or Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And why not? He is one of the ones who's held one of the Infinity Gems.
Right.
Stones, as the movie universe is calling it now. So
yeah, there's all sorts of talk on the internet right now of who people would want to see in the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and all they're talking about are the newer characters from the 2008 version.
Right.
You know, do you want to see Captain Marvel? Do you want to see Moondragon?
Right.
Do you want to see Mantis? Adam Warlock? Let's see some Starhawk. Yeah. Let's get Vance Astro in there.
You can kind of count Yondu, but I really was disappointed in it. That's not Yondu.
Well, it's like I said last pod, and if I didn't say it, I'll say
he's not a pirate.
Not even close. Not like his personality,
I did like the whistling
his
arrows,
attitude.
That was kind of a cool thing that he used for that, but that's still not even the case.
That's the only thing, and even that, like,
was far-fetched.
He still used a bow to shoot the arrow and then manipulate instead of just sort of, you know, like the gunslinger throwing his overcoat over to the side, and he's like, hey, it's like almost like he was whipping his junk out. He's like, just whips it, and he's like,
right.
And shoots all over people.
You mean you don't do that?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's my signature move.
Yeah.
But I still liked Yondu's character in this movie, despite the fact that he had nothing to do besides being blue skinned and he has an arrow.
And he's going to be in the next one.
I still liked him.
Yeah. There's hints that we're going to find out about who is Star-Lord's father.
Oh, yeah. And it's not who you think. It's not Jason of Spartax.
Well, they did mention that in an article over on this place called fanboysinc.com.
Yeah.
Also, in that article, they said it's not going to be who the comic book father is.
Who is the Jason of Spartax that I just mentioned.
But they did mention that his name is possibly, but they're not sure. Wouldn't it be weird if it was Thanos?
Yeah, right. Because I started thinking that at the end of the movie they say something about, you know, Star-Lord's dad, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to bring Yondu was supposed to bring him to his father when they picked him up off Earth, and instead they kept him.
Right.
So he's on the run.
Right,
so Yondu's kind of on the run from the guy. He didn't finish the job.
Right.
So I'm wondering if they would twist it and make it Thanos.
I know. I had the same thought. Yeah,
so
I had the same thought.
I think that'd be cool.
Yep.
That would be kind of neat. Tie the whole thing together.
I did like at the end of the movie where, you know, Star-Lord double crosses Yondu again, thinks he gives him the Infinity Gem. He doesn't, and Yondu, he's not really pissed. He kind of has like a smile on his face.
Because he's got this weird thing for little trinkets, and he's got the troll.
Well, there's that, but I also think, you know, it's like, all right, this kid,
yeah,
exactly, the kid got the best of me again. Our little chess match continues.
Yeah, right.
I love the fact that we got to see a Celestial, not just Nowhere's head, but an actual, you know,
Celestial. They showed the flashback of the. Yep,
I thought that was
cool.
awesome, freaking awesome. The Kree design, did not like it.
Nope.
Give me some blue skin Kree.
Yep.
Hello.
Didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of Drax.
I love Drax.
I thought the lines were forced. The comedy.
Are you kidding? He was so cool.
I just didn't.
He was so much more than I expected.
I wanted him more towards the comic book version, even the newer version, not the purple and green.
Not the dumb Hulk version.
I wanted him. I don't know. I
don't even know the new. What have you read with the new version?
Not, like, witty and makes these funny jokes, or I don't know. It just didn't fit right.
See, personally, I have not read much of the new version of Drax.
And I was hoping he'd be a little bit stronger. Now I know Ronin's strong and he had the Infinity Stone, but I wanted a bigger fight. It looked like he got his ass kicked too easily. He is Drax the Destroyer. I figured he might have put up a little bit more of a fight. I think that would have been more dynamic. He got his ass beat, and I just felt that, I don't know, you're Drax the Destroyer. You should be able to put up a bigger fight. And even when he was fighting regular people, once in a while you saw him throw him real far away, but he was taking some serious punches and feeling them. Not in the comics, you know, he's Drax the Destroyer. It just seems stronger.
Again, I don't have much interaction with the new version. What what have you read with the new Drax?
It's not he's not comedic like that. And he's still not as strong as he was when he was the Brute.
So did you read like the Annihilation storyline, or were you
remember what the exact comics are? You know, I can't remember the exact issue number of 83, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
He was in New Mutants 83. That's why that book is worth
so much money. Get that book now, because it's we don't know why. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Anyways, but the
Ronin was kind of okay. I was hoping maybe CGI'd.
Who?
Ronin. I always thought him bigger.
I don't know. I don't have much interaction with Ronan either.
Really? Even through
honestly,
Fantastic Four?
well, that's it.
Yeah.
I know of him more probably through like the Marvel series trading cards
Right.
than actually reading his issues.
How about the Supreme Intelligence? I was hoping for that.
I was hoping to see him in the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Instead, we get Collector on his ass sipping a martini while Cosmo, the absentee member of the Guardians, is there, and then Howard the Duck shows up.
Who he would?
Spoiler alert!
Yeah. Now, Cosmo, he works for Sword. He's on Shield's space, yeah. So and he talks people. Yeah,
world,
he talks.
Whatever.
I'm surprised they did. Now that would have been cool if he came up with a one-liner after he licked him or something,
right?
And he talked.
Right.
Now that would have been cool. That would have been cooler than seeing Howard the Duck.
Well, I kind of like Howard the Duck, and I love the fact there's something because hasn't his character been in litigation? Like what? Steve Gerber, the original creator of Howard the Duck, he has been like trying to sue Marvel for property rights and saying I own this character rights, and so that's just. Steve, I'm sorry, pal, or whoever actually created, Howard the Duck. It's like, well, no, we still own the character, and now we have him in a movie, and you still don't get shit. So that stinks. But Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hold on a second. Here we got an FB chat from Mr. Chris Kaminsky, who is working at the Comic Depot right now. Mork and Mindy. We asked about comic books. Mork and Mindy annual hardcover, 1979-1980. It's available at mycomicshop.com.
Who published it?
Am I looking here? Who published by Stanford Pemberton? Yep. Published January 1975 by Stanford Pemberton. No kidding. Very cool. Thank you, Mr. Kaminsky. Now get back to selling those toys. Overall, I enjoyed it. I think Groot for me stole the show.
Groot was awesome.
I thought it was great.
Rocket was awesome.
I think
Drax
Groot for me was
awesome.
my most favorite character.
Yeah.
Not knowing the extent of his powers.
Right.
For one thing, that was pretty cool. But
there's the heartfelt moment at the end where
his first heartfelt is when he grows the flower out of his wrist and gives it to the little girl. I thought that was really cool.
But then I also like the part where
I thought she was gonna like stomp on it or
I honestly thought she was too.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden that was going to indicate like how dangerous of a place they were in being in nowhere. Yeah. I had the same thought. But
I'm waiting. They're staying on her face way too long. She's going to like stomp on it or something.
Yep. They didn't do that, but yeah, I too had that thought. I also like when Star-Lord is trying to pump the whole team up. It's it's the 9th inning and we're about to get crushed a lot, eaten alive here and he's saying something to Groot. He's like, "Is Groot the only smart one?" And then he like eats like a leaf off of his shoulder.
Like he's eating himself. I'm what's up with that?
But I love he saves everybody.
The day.
He slowly envelops everyone in his branchy
and I'm glad they
hug.
I'm glad they put him in the pop.
Yep,
you
got your potted scene. I love the scene too. He's dancing to Michael Jackson,
right?
With the Jackson
Drax,
5,
with
and
Drax, yep.
Drax keeps looking over. Now here's merchandising. How
come we don't see a Wiggly?
I can't believe we haven't seen one of those motion activated that you used to see them out in front of like Spencer's, the dancing
or how
pot of Groot.
When you have those wind flags with the waving arms at the car dealerships.
Yeah, right.
I want one of those of Groot, like 15 feet tall,
exactly,
waving in the wind with a pot in it. But now that would be cool.
There you go.
There you go.
Why have we not seen these items?
Kaminsky, get on that right now. We're gonna patent that.
What is he gonna do?
He's gonna help me make it.
Oh.
He's the salesman. Together? He is the pusher.
I know.
He's the pusher.
I was walking out of the the Comic Depot today, and I was looking at some old 1980s Mask toy. You remember Mask, right? Marvel.
Yes, love them.
Mobile Armored Strike Command. Yeah, who didn't love it? And there's this sweet toy sitting up there, and I was like, oh man, I'm on the fence about it. He's like, oh, you know what? How about I give it to you for this price plus your discount? I was like, I'll take it. So good pushing, buddy. Good push. I'm
the pusher.
If I didn't have this darn podcast going on right now, I'd be playing with this thing.
That's his superpower name. That's his code name, the pusher. So I enjoyed it. Like I said, Cap 2 I felt was better for me personally, but I'm probably gonna go see it again.
It's really kind of apples and oranges though.
It is. It is. And because everybody's like saying, well, what's the best Marvel movie this summer or to date? And for me, it's Cap 2.
And what's funny too is that with the success of Captain America 2 and even Thor 2 earlier this year or was that late last year? I can't remember. That was earlier this year. Anyways, man, Thor 2, Captain America 2, now Guardians of the Galaxy. And if Marvel wants to go ahead and get rid of Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.
Go ahead.
This would not go ahead. with such dismissal, but
No.
really it's good job, Marvel. You have done so well to
I
cultivate
think
these
it's
other
going to be
properties.
Doc. I think it's going to be Doc. Doc Strange might take up the mantle of Tony Stark or Robert Downey as the leader.
The leader?
Possibly.
Captain America.
You think?
It's always Captain America.
He's done after.
He's a
after
leader
this.
of men. Oh, Chris Evans' character, right?
So, could we see the Winter Soldier possibly take on? Could we see Captain America's shield, like in the comics, be handed over to someone else?
Right.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, great job, Marvel, as always. I might go see it again. I'm not sure. I might see it again because there's a few things I missed. I didn't read all the 15 teasers you might have missed. I don't read all of that.
I have to check that out.
No.
Yeah, because I want to see Better Ray Bill. And
yeah, it's hard to see it. I have a blow up shot of it. You see the cape and a little bit of the wings from his helmet. It does look like the horse, the jaw coming out. The way it looks. So we'll see.
Cool.
Still, the theater was packed. It was a Sunday at 6:50. Still packed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that this might have been the second or third time people were seeing it because more than half the theater got up before to sit through the post credits. Now these people know most.
Right.
I would assume most people know by now Marvel. You sit through the post credits. More than half the people got up.
So they definitely
there was
saw
like
it again.
maybe
or saw it already.
24 of us that haven't seen it yet that we sat through.
Right.
Some people were like, really? I sat through that for that because they're thinking, oh my God, we need something else.
It seems in the phase 1 of the Marvel movies was really like giving you something
phase
good.
2 is like wow.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's just they're like jokes.
Like
we get funny jokes at the end.
Like was
Tony Stark
laying on the
Bruce
couch.
Banner.
Really?
And then at the end of Thor 2, we get the giant frog monster or whatever it was, bull monster hopping through the courtyard square there. And what was the end of Cap? Oh, Cap 2 was Winter Soldier in the Smithsonian looking at his costumes.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, that was nothing really great going on there.
More movie news. Possible Inhumans. There is a script being written right now by 2 different writers. And of course, Vin Diesel's on his tweet run again.
Oh yeah.
Now,
but he wants to play Black Bolt.
He wants to play Black Bolt.
Like, now Vin, like, do you not like talking in movies or something? Like,
yeah, right.
I'll just say these 3 words in this movie, and then in the next movie, I won't talk at all.
Maybe he realizes he sucks.
No, come on, Vin Diesel doesn't suck. He's got success. He's a successful actor.
He has successful movies. I don't know about his acting overall. It's action movies. It's Fast and Furious. No, I've
only seen the first
Vin,
one.
But you know what? I mean, if people, you can't give him shit for shitty dialogue because he's got none.
You nailed it.
So he's going to be the Marvel, the to-go guy for Marvel for one-liners or a yell because he's just going to yell at the end of the movie and destroy everybody.
Exactly.
But he's on his tweet war again, and now this seemed to work. Possibly for when he started tweeting that he was visiting Marvel and everybody assumed that it was for a meeting, which was not for a meeting. He was there just visiting the studios, and then one thing led to another, and now he's on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Didn't we originally think there was potential that he was going to be like the Vision or something like that? Wasn't there talk?
We even thought maybe Drax at one point, possibly. Vision was the huge one, and we thought, no, he's just too big. He's just too bulky for the Vision.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. Do we think that would he be good for Black Bolt? I see somebody taller. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't necessarily see like tall or short.
I don't know.
I'm not looking at it.
I always look at it when you start looking in the comics. I mean, he's a king. He's always drawn a little bit bigger than everybody else. I mean, that's just the impression you get as a king, a lord. I could see him doing it. I could see him doing it. I would now with the success of Guardians, I more so think they're going to do this. It's just another galactic cosmic group that has affiliations with the Avengers, and just broadening out their universe, actually literally in the universe, out in space.
Right.
And so many more
keep
stories.
The cosmic shit going.
Yeah, keep the cosmic shit going.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Who would you do for? Who would you choose for Medusa?
I don't know. Charlize?
Sure. Honestly, I am not invested. Like the talk of like
know.
the Inhumans movie, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I say that now.
I think I'd like it.
But then when the movie actually comes out, and this movie was awesome.
Now, my question is, who do they have closer ties to? The Avengers or the Fantastic Four?
Who, the Inhumans?
Yeah.
The FF, definitely.
Okay. Now,
but it's
maybe
still
not so much now.
Yeah, I mean,
because in the Marvel now, it's more Avengers they're tied in just because of the events that are going on, part of the Illuminati. But you're correct in saying throughout the years, it's always been
I mean,
Fantastic Four.
the
Crystal
first
was
appearance.
dating the Human Torch, right?
Dating, married.
Married.
Oh no,
No,
wait.
she didn't marry.
No, Crystal was married to Pietro.
Yes. But they did date for a while, and their first appearance was in.
They did it a few times.
They did it, yeah. They got the hot finger.
Ew.
Ew.
This is playing live at the Comic Depot.
Yes, it is, just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway.
Don't,
to meet all your fanboy needs.
Don't try and downplay.
I don't care. I'm not
your potty mouth.
When have I ever downplayed it?
Darren, what did I tell you, bud? DW has the potty mouth.
Yeah. But their first appearance was in Fantastic Four.
It was. I don't know what issue.
I don't remember what
Kaminsky
issue. Kaminsky, tweet us and tell us what issue that was. So I would like to see that. Obviously, with the ties with the Fantastic Four, and now this crappy Fantastic Four movie that's coming out.
You're not excited for that one.
I'm not excited. It's like that.
Can Sony and Fox? Can we just give it all? Can Marvel just have all their toys back?
I think they're going to get them.
Like,
I told you.
Come on.
By 2020, everybody's going to be home.
Right.
I think so. I really believe that by 2020, everybody's going to be home, and that would be awesome.
And there's talk. There's talk that Marvel is intentionally killing the X-Men and Fantastic Four franchise, comic-wise.
They don't want to invest any more money in it.
Right. And actually, I read an interesting article that Kaminsky linked onto somebody else's page, and it was pretty interesting. In it, Tom Brevoort, I can't remember what exactly he does for Marvel. He's like an editor-in-chief, something like that. Anyways, he was essentially telling somebody via tweets, like, what would what makes more sense as a business model, like, for us to invest a lot of money into something that we are going to only get a percentage of return, or for us to invest a lot of money into something that we're going to get 100% return on that investment.
But X-Men are so successful in the comics, though.
Yeah, are they though? I mean,
they got 6 different kind of books out.
I mean, they do, and that's like the question. What are they even successful? Where are they as far as like the top 20 sales per month?
Fantastic Four's not even in the top 20.
I don't think the Fantastic Four even has a book right now.
Yeah,
but the point is, I mean, they're still they're still putting out a lot of Spider-Man titles too.
Right.
Or, I mean, they're still working on Spider-Man as a strong character.
And merchandise.
Correct.
I think that's the key thing, is that the X-Men is the merchandising is what I think is the big thing. You don't see what didn't we see? Oh, we don't see X-Men related character designs from the movies anymore in toys. We see them as their animated version or their comic book version, hence like the Legends series that is being displayed right here in the studio.
Yeah.
Proud underneath the lights.
The current Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Legends figures exclusive to Toys R Us. I was fortunate enough to pick up some of these the other day at Toys R Us. Anyways, there are no movie versions of X-Men figures right now.
Have there been? I don't think there has been.
Well, I mean,
maybe Sideshow has done a few, but
no. Like, we officially got Toy Biz did an X-Men movie line back when the movie came out in 2000, and then I think we did get an official line for the 2000, for the second movie.
Second one, right.
The third movie was around 2006 or 7, and at that we did not get an official line, but Hasbro had just taken over the Marvel Legends license, and they did put in a few characters from the movie into their assortments. So we get like regular Marvel 616 universe characters, and then when we get like Beast, Colossus, and Juggernaut came out from X-Men 3, that crappy movie.
But then it stopped. Then there's just no merchandise.
Hasbro did do a Wolverine Origins movie toy line. Trying to think. Official. I mean, we kind of got a Wolverine. The Wolverine toys came out. But none for X-Men Days of Future Past.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, people are saying, like, oh, well, they're killing the line.
No, that would have been cool with the Sentinels. That would have been cool to see when their version, a toy version of the Sentinels.
From Days of Future Past there.
But I think that has something to do, could be with Fox. And, you said what Jarvis had said to us about the New York studio was they already pulled out all their POS, all their merchandising displays of X-Men and Fantastic Four out of the New York City office.
Right.
Now, you could say maybe they're making room for new stuff, different characters. They haven't replaced them with anything really substantial. So maybe this is something where they're like, go ahead, we're not going to allow you. You can make the movies all you want, but we're not going to allow you to do any merchandising. You're not going to do anything, and that's going to really hurt them because merchandising, you make a ton of money.
Yeah. That could be where you get the majority of your money. But again, I mean, that comes from if I could sell a shirt with Captain America on it and I get 100% of the profits, or if I sell a shirt with the thing on it and I only get
20%,
a percentage of that. Yeah.
Right.
What am I going to do? Obviously, it makes more sense for me to sell
Correct. I agree.
Captain America.
Yeah, so who knows? We'll see what happens. I still think by 2020 we're going to see, I will say at least Fantastic Four and Spider-Man back home. I don't know.
Wait, by when?
2020.
2020, 6 years away?
Yeah.
Is it 6 years?
Yes.
I'm the mathematician of the group.
I don't know about X-Men. It's going pretty well for them movie-wise,
Right.
even though domestically it was kind of wow, but internationally they killed it. So
then it'll be like X-Men in the 90s, where X-Men and the rest of the Marvel Universe had pretty much zero interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would work. It has worked.
Yeah, but I just can't we all just play in the same sandbox
together? You can't unless Disney owns it all.
I know. Disney, get on that. Buy it. Buy everything. Buy us all. Buy me.
Could we see the Infinity Gauntlet? Could we see the storyline of
Isn't that kind of what we've
all
sort of assumed?
Assumed, right?
But of course we can see it.
But
we
you
can
can't
see
use Fantastic Four, and you can't use Wolverine or the X-Men in that.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
They weren't really.
Fantastic Four weren't they?
First, no. I think like 3 out of the 4 members of the FF were like dead in the Infinity Gauntlet. Because Thanos kills half the universe.
Okay.
I don't think they were in it. And again, besides, I know Cyclops was in there. I think Wolverine. I know Wolverine, like Thanos, like turned his bones to jelly, so he's just like this sloppy, rubbery mess laying on the floor. And then, Cyclops, he takes it on a pretty nasty manner. If I'm not mistaken.
He makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of him?
No, he like cases his head in like lucite or something like that. So like Psych is just trying to blast away on this block that's appeared on his head, and he ends up just suffocating.
Oh, no shit.
Nasty stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
But don't we see Silver Surfer Galactus within that series?
Well, that's the tricky part. Because Silver Surfer is pretty integral in the Infinity Gauntlet, but even still, man, we can. There's
I'll take Adam Warlock over Silver Surfer.
Well, that's it.
If you use Adam Warlock as
obviously Adam Warlock was in very important part of the Infinity Gauntlet, and obviously if Silver Surfer is not there, there are ways around that. Mm-hmm. Just make up some new cosmic character.
Yeah. Can you? Well, we'll have to see who's in the contract. You could use
get the runner.
Terrax. Could use Terrax, right?
I think he'd probably be an FF villain.
Well, like we said, we don't know which ones were in the contract. Like Black Panther, he's kind of tied. Would he be tied more to the Fantastic Four than Avengers?
I know, right?
And they got him. Marvel still has him.
Exactly.
So maybe it was one of these characters. Who's the other one? Is it Firelord?
What about him?
2. Once again, what if he was not part of the contract? We could use him
as
part of the Infinity Crisis
where does he?
or whatever.
Yeah. Good question.
So that'd be kind of neat to see that. I want more cosmic stuff. I think that's gonna be cool. I want to see a spacesuit, spaced Iron Man. That'd be kind of neat.
Oh, that would be cool.
But who knows with Robert Downey.
Let's see the Kree Skrull War. How about we can't.
We got damn it. Because the Skrulls. We can have the Kree. We can have the Kree and Chitauri.
Oh, the most boring.
Yeah, right.
Blandly designed alien characters straight out of Central Casting, everybody.
All right, let's talk a little bit of some more entertainment news.
Let's talk about how hot it is right now in the studio. I am sweating bullets.
I'm not. It's nice and cool in here.
I'm a thicker fella than you are.
You are. I have 0% body fat.
And I have 100% body hair. So that just
Magilla Gorilla. Ooh. Anyway, if you saw last
covered
week,
in hair like Robin Williams over here.
Well, you have a sweater. You're great in the winter. Do you give yourself like when you want a sweater and you feel like you want a V-neck, you do shave? Or you get a turtleneck, you stop shaving for a while?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I got a dickie.
You've been there.
Excuse me?
Help you with that.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's got to shave the back.
Yeah.
Your backless sweater. Last week we put out an article and hit the internet. Aquaman, Throne of Atlantis, straight to DVD. DC animated feature. Some stills came out from that.
Okay.
Amazing.
Nice.
Looks good. If you watched Assault on Arkham, you got a little teaser at the end of Aquaman and Throne of Atlantis and some of the making behind it and the voice acting. Aquaman's no joke, man. This isn't Super Friends Aquaman. This isn't the Brave and the Bold Aquaman. This guy's no joke.
I know the Aquaman that chops his own hand off to get out of trouble.
There you go. I'm liking this. I think this is a continuation from Justice League War, and Aquaman. origins changed a little bit.
Okay.
His father was a lighthouse keeper. Obviously, his mother was Atlantean.
His mother was a whore.
But I'm liking this darker version of him.
Right.
He's, everybody used to joke with his powers. Oh, he can talk to fish. He's pretty strong. I mean, I put him up there with Wonder Woman. Depending on what version of Wonder Woman, I mean, right now she's almost as strong as Superman at this point, and can fly.
And makes out with Superman.
And makes out with Superman. That's some super sex. But anyway, he's strong. He can hold his own. Talking to fish, I think we're not talking about guppies here. I mean, he's got killer whales, the giant octopus, the sharks. That's kind of a neat power to have.
Right.
I mean, you have an army. Without your Atlanteans, you still have an ocean full of an army ready to go at your disposal.
Right.
I think that's pretty cool. So they're making him pretty dark. They're making him look like a surfer dude in a way, which is okay. That's kind of cool. He's living in a coastal town, and his hair's all raggedy, like a surfer dude. But he's dark, and I'm going to enjoy this animated season.
He's a dark, brooding surfer guy.
Yeah, right.
Totally, bro.
Totally, bro. Oh, you know what? Wouldn't that be so funny if it was Keanu Reeves voicing Aquaman?
That'd be cool.
A little point break action going on there.
Yeah,
no, that would not be cool. Whoa, it's Batman. No, definitely not.
Yeah, and I think we talked about the new DC collectible figures based on that that upcoming cartoon as well.
I can't wait for that. I don't know the exact release date for that. I believe since it's out probably around December, maybe.
Yeah, it comes out this fall, right?
Yes.
That's good.
Sean Astin is the voice for Shazam.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that's kind of neat.
Not Frodo, but Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings.
Which is kind of neat.
Rudy.
And
he's also in the Goonies.
Yes. It's funny how he's
got dork status all over the place.
And he's the voice of an adult superhero that has the mentality of a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he always seems to play those kind of quirky little roles. So I thought that was kind of neat to have him in there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
He's always playing little boys.
Little boy, yeah.
In his career.
You didn't say he's playing with, did you? Oh, playing.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not even
we don't
close.
We don't want to say that. We don't want to start those rumors.
What are you projecting?
Nothing. My fly's up.
Moving on.
What else we got?
We got to funny up this cast for Robin Williams. Be funnier, DW.
I can't. I'm not funny.
Thank you.
It's comics.
I'm so glad everybody in the comic dude. You guys heard that, right? You heard that shit.
Watch your language.
You're right. There's probably children around or ladies present.
Yeah.
We don't know. We can only assume. Okay, Chris, text me once if I can say shit. Text me twice
if I can't.
If I shouldn't say shit at all. All right, thanks.
Joe, that wasn't funny. Anyway, comics, right? Let's talk about something. We were talking off pod a little this past week.
Yeah.
Superior Spider-Man 32, the kickoff for Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah. You read it. You liked it.
Effing awesome.
Nice.
Finally tying in Spider-Puss and figuring out what's going on. Everybody's like, how are we going to get all these Spider-Men in the universe? Well, we figured that out. Spider-Puss is going through realities and starting his own army. Before they get killed, he's trying to get to the other realities. Someone is killing Spider-Men in the different realities. So he's going around to formulate his own army to stop this particular person. I think it's awesome. Once again, he's a hero, but he's a hero, but he's out for his own agenda. So
self-serving hero.
Self-serving. So is he really a hero? I mean, right now his actions seem, genuine. Okay, we're going to go and stop this major badass. But is it because he's a Spider-Man and he's worried about getting killed himself?
Right.
So who knows? I'm enjoying this. Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man 32 came out 2 weeks ago. Check that out. It's awesome. Kicks off the Spider-Verse event. Awesome. I love how they're tying this all in. Slott, great job.
Yeah.
The original series, Superior Spider-Man, I thought was great. Another, not your standard mind-swapping story, really integral. I loved it. Probably one of the most entertaining series I've read in a long time.
Now, here's what I think is interesting about this time-traveling tale is like we get done Age of Ultron, and the sort of the big thing to take away from that is that the superheroes broke time, quote unquote. That was sort of something being thrown around.
And it seems now you can do it in the entire universe. Marvel U now.
Yeah, I mean, now we get then I think it was after that, right, that the all-new X-Men came back. The Beast brought them from the past to the future.
And now they're stuck here.
Yeah, but and now this. So it's like
This one's
did
different.
we
This is from
fix-
this is a temporal machine that went haywire because Doc Spider-Puss
did we
remade
still-
it again in 2099 to
I'm
get back.
still worried though about the
It's kind of-
time stream. What's going on with the time stream? That's what we got to worry
I think
about.
we'll see more of that through the X-Men universe
Maybe.
than the Avengers
Hey,
universe.
plus wasn't there was some time travel or parallel dimensions going on with the Avengers as well? And what the heck's going on with all the incursions and the smashing Earths and new Avengers? What's going on with that too?
It stopped.
When are we gonna wrap that storyline up? It's going for what, like a year and a half, 2 years?
Almost stopped when Namor pushed the button.
No, but it's still going on.
Yeah, it's still going on, but I think they're coming really close to a conclusion on
I
this.
hope so. I'm
And
starting to get bored.
they're kind of at war with each other now. Somebody
yeah.
just made a drastic decision here, and you're like, we've all had dark sides before. Now it's coming to surface. We've all done things that are questionable.
Atlantis and Wakanda were at war. Namor and Black Panther is a very uneasy ally alliance, and then it just comes out.
Yeah.
Actually, I do like at the end of this issue, we did actually get. I feel like the story did actually move along, in the sense that
You feel like it's coming to an end almost.
Well, also Namor reveals that during the Infinity miniseries of last summer, where Thanos comes and his armies are taking over Earth, the whole galaxy.
He finally reveals that he called them out on Wakanda.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the one that told him to go find an Infinity Gem over Wakanda. I thought that was good.
He's got balls.
Well, he's
an ass.
He is.
Really an ass.
But I mean, he is the ass's ass.
Oh yeah, he's the king ass. The ass's ass.
Who do you think could take?
Would that be the king? That would be the king.
Namor versus Aquaman in a fight. Go. Who would win?
New 52 Aquaman or Justice Super Friends?
I don't know. Oh well, that's. I don't want to go give you Super Friend. Forget Super Friends. No.
Namore's always been Namor. Aquaman has not always been the Aquaman.
Comic version Aquaman now? versus comic version Namor. Let's say yes now, right now. I want to say Namor.
I'm gonna say Namor, not because he's stronger,
just because he's such a
he
dick.
Can kill you. He doesn't have.
He doesn't have moral.
He doesn't have morals. He doesn't care about killing someone.
Yeah.
Aquaman, I think Aquaman might hesitate on killing him.
You think so?
I think so. Not because he's.
Therein lies his weakness.
If we're talking about strength, I give it to Aquaman. In the new 52 universe, I give it to Aquaman.
Huh.
I just think Namor will play real dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know if this Aquaman is that dark and will play that dirty yet.
Right.
Now, could we say that about Arthur who cut his own hand off? Maybe. That was pretty dark.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So who knows? And that's been an ongoing debate for years. And it's been Namor for years because Aquaman's always been a pushover. Now I don't know anymore. Right. So, but yeah, I think Namor is just going to play dirty. You know, he's going to throw salt in his eye.
He'll throw sand in your eye.
Yeah. And then kick him in the nuts or something.
Kick him in the seashells.
Kick him in the gills. But yeah, so who knows?
Does Aquaman have gills?
No, not that we see. Neither does Namor.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anyways.
How does he breathe?
Moving. Well, I think through his mouth.
Really? Are you sure? How do you know his gills aren't there?
Through his nose?
Through his nose, yeah. He exhales through his mouth.
What other comics did you get today? Or what Original Sin, man. I can't wait for this to wrap up so I can read
7
yours.
of 8? 7. What?
You heard me.
You know what? You can just wait for the trade. Do you know where you can buy that? At the Comic Depot, just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway.
1,000 times. Shut up.
Really? You don't like promoting our good
I
friends
love
at the Comic
Depot.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
How many times am I trying to say, you know what? Yeah, Kaminsky's a great salesman. How many times are you standing in line and I'm like, hey, DW, you should buy this?
I don't ever listen to you.
That's not true.
Yeah, when I did, I've returned them.
Well, you shouldn't.
Or given them away as to fans.
Well, that's
your picks
nice.
Aren't that picky-ish. Original Sin 7 of 8. We got that comes out today. We're winding down and
I love it. Nick Fury doing his best impersonation of Cable. Yeah.
I haven't opened it yet, so I'm wondering if there is a hint to that. Could Cable really be Nick Fury?
Not even close.
How do you know?
Not even
the
a
way
little
the
bit.
universes are, you never know. This is Marvel.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Now we're gonna get a miniseries. No, Marvel. Oh, we were wrong actually the whole time.
And then at the end, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be Howard the Duck. I'm really the Watcher. Come out. It's a giant robot or something. Here, you can open it. Look.
Thanks.
Okay. Starlight, Mark Millar and Gordon Parlov, number 5. I am enjoying this series so much. Old man comes back to a different planet to save the world. When he was younger, he was there, and he's a hero. Now he's trying to reclaim his. It's a nice little story. It's touching in a way. He's reclaiming his youth by galactic rebellion. I'm enjoying it very much so. It's a non-capes kind of book. We got Original Sin, amazing Italian, Amazing Spider-Man #5 with Ramos cover art. I'm loving Mr. Ramos.
Dan Slott's writing that one as well.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, and it's got the Black Cat. Is that Black Cat? Yeah, Black Cat. And look at that.
Is that Electro? Is that Max Dillon himself?
Yeah, Max Dillon.
I
just saw Amazing Spider-Man #2 last night.
Where?
At home.
Oh, the digital copy is down for.
Yeah.
Nice. How was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously we're 35 minutes into the pod and you just barely remembered that you'd watched it. So I think that is you said enough.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But it was
Well, speaking of fun, man.
To be honest, I fell asleep like 40 minutes in, and then I had to rewind it and watch it again.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Original Sin, #7 of 8. Jason Aaron doing the writing chores. Mike Diodato is doing the penciling, man. Diodato, like, I've always appreciated his work. He's got kind of a darker, more mature style, but I gotta say, man, he is killing it in this series.
Yeah.
From every issue of this book in particular that I've thumbed through, it just looks freaking gorgeous.
Wait till you get the trade. I think I might even buy the trade of this.
Honestly,
this is because we read so many books, or I read so many books a week. I think a sit down with a trade, just whack it all out once. Sorry.
Just tug it out.
Yeah, just tug it out.
Fire one out.
Just tug it per page.
How does the orb, like, how does this craptacular
become a major badass?
I know. Like, I remember reading this guy in like a Marvel Comics or like a Marvel Tales reprint book where he fights Spider-Man and the Ghost Rider. It was an old Marvel 2-in-1.
Now he controls the eye of the Watcher.
And the orb is in there. So I'm curious to find out how that guy.
We're kind of ADDing because I'm looking through Amazing Spider-Man #5, and I'm a little Silk and Parker action going on here.
Whoa.
He's cheating on Mary Jane.
I don't think so. They're not together.
No, they're not together. He's dating a midget or whatever.
A little person.
A little person.
Be
sure.
Sensitive.
Be what? Insensitive? Okay.
Be sensitive.
All right. Amazing Spider-Man #5. Maybe that's his sin. He's hanging out with Silk. Maybe he's dating a little person. That's his sin. All New X-Men. Still on my top 5 books of every month. I'm loving this series. We got a little romance going on with Angel.
In X-23?
In X-23.
Wait, wasn't she hooking up with Cyclops like a couple issues ago?
A little claw and wing action going on here.
And then, wait, isn't she also a clone of Wolverine?
Yes.
So in a way.
She's a daughter. Oh, so really? So it's a little man-on-man?
No, but my point is, so in a way, Wolverine has harbored these feelings for these teammates of his for years.
It's not like that. It's not like that. Well,
you don't know these things.
Oh my God! So it's mutant on mutant action.
The point is, I'm simply just throwing it out there. You guys decide for yourselves.
It's not like spaghetti. Not to see if it's going to stick or not. Batman 34, Snyder, Duggan, Scalaria. Yeah, there you go. And Low Ridge. Where is Capullo? Capullo's not on issue 34. Did he leave? We'll have to find out about that. That I am not aware of.
He's just taking a break.
This is after the 0-year completion, and we're going to see some new stuff going on with the Bat himself. Ooh, I'm liking this art, though. It's almost... Wow. This art reminds me of Black Science. A little noir, a little sketchy. The Black Science from Image Comics. Really enjoying that series as well. Mike Sainz got me turned on that a few months ago. And hey, how did this show up in my? How did this show up in my box?
Your Green Lantern Corps. You canceled that.
I canceled that. Darren, paging Darren. Green Lantern 34.
Darren knows you really want it.
I guess. Yeah. So I guess I'll find out what's going on in issue 34. I'm just not happy with the title. I'm back to the core Green Lantern of the Green Lantern. You know, Hal Jordan's book. The other books kind of went away. Went awry. They're just kind of weak. I don't know, but the original Green Lantern book is doing pretty well. I'm enjoying Hal.
Yeah.
And of course, how can you not have, talk about Spider-Man without having my favorite Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, issue 2. I did not get issue 1.
What?
Yes.
How did you not get issue?
It was sold out. Sold out.
Peter David, Will Sliney.
So I got to buy. I'm not going to read this one until I get issue 1. I'll get it in a reprint.
Word.
But yes, I'm excited for that. The interiors look really good.
Looks good. Miguel O'Hara looks a lot like Peter Parker.
Maybe he is.
No.
How do you know?
Because he's Miguel O'Hara. Comes from the future.
How do you know?
It comes from
Once again, is it Marvel?
Comes from 2099.
Well, Peter did die there.
Yeah, right.
So who knows? But yeah, I'm not gonna read that. So don't tell me anything about it.
Oh my God! Look at this last page. I can't believe.
Yeah, you've done that before. So I'm gonna get the reprint of that of issue 1. Or I might just be dumb and go buy it now on eBay for $450. No, just kidding. I wonder what it is going on for eBay. I'm sure I could buy it for a reasonable price.
Yeah,
$10 maybe.
Oh, speaking of eBay, I actually have some Guardians of the Galaxy
Toy news?
comics.
Oh, comics. Okay.
On my eBay page right now. So if you're interested in some fucking comics, go to eBay. Seller Joe Nubb, JOENUBB. Some good Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. So go and check it out, teammates. And
yeah, you were also selling a promo sheet.
Yeah.
For $26.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it because I haven't, like the auction hasn't ended yet, but that's pretty cool stuff. And my comic pull list for today, I don't have any new comics today, but I did pick up 3 classic Uncanny X-Men issues.
Ooh.
267.
I have that one.
Which is the issue right after the first appearance of Gambit. 273. Love this
one.
Gorgeous Jim Lee cover. Yep. And it's got a great tagline, great word bubble, which you don't see word balloons on comics.
Yeah.
Comic covers anymore. So anyways, it's Leela Shaney talking to the X-Men. Follow me, X-Men, or Professor X dies.
And they're all in shock.
Oh, I have to buy this issue. I don't know what's gonna happen. Professor X could die. And I love this one. Yeah, again, 274.
I have that one.
Loved this issue when I was a kid. It's Magneto.
Savage Land Rogue.
She looks so spectacular. Kazar and Nick Fury.
The white Nick Fury.
Badass cigar smoking, puffing smoke rings on the cover of a comic book. Nick Fury.
Do we know what happened? Well, we do kind of know what happened to the white Nick Fury now, because he's in.
You're reading about him in Original Sin,
but I still don't know what happened before that. I never knew what the transition was. So I think I wasn't collecting. We were out of collecting at that point when we had the white Nick Fury and then the Samuel L. Jackson
Nick Fury
version.
went underground for a while. Right. After during the Secret Invasion.
And then the universes were the Ultimate Universe has the Black Nick Fury, but now the Black Nick Fury is in the 616.
Yeah, but it's not the same Black Nick Fury. It's not the same Sam Jackson Nick Fury from the Ultimate Universe.
Or Nick Fury Jr. or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's complicated.
Tighten it up, Marvel. You're getting crazy with all your worlds and universes.
I think they did keep it tight. We just don't read.
Hence, well, I don't think we were collecting at that point.
Exactly.
So
as I say that, we have Wikipedia.
As I say that, then we have Grant Morrison doing multiverse, where all of DC's worlds are coming back. So but I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be really cool. No, I think it's going to be cool.
Too much. We don't need it.
No, you can never have too much. That's what she said. But yeah, yes, you can never have too much. So there's our new books for this week.
Toy news.
You want to do Toys News right now?
Over to Toy News.
Where's our assistant producer? He's usually hanging out. Oh, your toys knocked him off the table, huh?
Yeah, my giant mask toy.
Yeah.
What's this thing called? The Outlaw. It's the giant semi-tanker truck.
That's pretty sweet,
awesome.
Man.
Look at this thing.
That's pretty sweet. Ooh, look at the gun.
Look at the size of that thing.
She's never said that.
Very excited for this toy. Vintage toys. I have been on such a huge kick. I have been addicted to vintage toys this summer for months now.
Just this summer? Let's be honest.
But really this summer. I mean, honestly, I think it started back in, was it February with the Albany Toy Show?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I mean, I was getting some sweet Superpowers action figures then, and then, I ended up buying that vintage collection of Star Wars figures from John and Excellent Adventures. And then, a month or two ago, Darren gets this freaking just cherry of a vintage toy collection. And so I've been picking, stuff up out of that. And it's just, I'm almost disgusted with myself.
You bring up a good point, too. They've been doing a lot of buying. A lot of vintage toy buying, a lot of comic book buying at the Comic Depot. He's got some really good stuff. And if you're not living in the area, go over to facebook.com/Comic Depot. Go in there. They'll ship you some stuff. They put the pictures up all the time, or call the store and ask them what they got in stock.
Yeah.
Kaminsky's been doing a lot of great pictures of all the
Yeah.
Transformer toys. They just got a huge shipment.
He-Man, Masters of the
huge
Universe,
collection.
Star Wars,
Huge long
G.I.
box.
Joe.
I think he did almost 100 long box collection,
No kidding.
which has got some cherry stuff in it.
So
guys, you don't have, if you're not living in the upstate New York area, Saratoga, Albany area, call them up.
Yeah.
They'll more than help you out with there. They'll ship it. They'll put it online. Check them out over at Comic Depot, comicdepotllc.com.
Good.
Some awesome stuff. They got
Definitely.
some awesome, great collections over there.
And it just seems that, it just seemed everything just sort of happens at the right moment in the sense that people were just selling their vintage toys. And Darren was picking them up, and thank you, Darren, because my toy collection.
You just happen to live in the back room at least 2 or 3 days a week.
Oh my God! I'd set up a cot. Don't even need a cot. There's enough long boxes back there. I'll just I'll just set something up. Don't worry, I'll make myself comfortable.
Is Joe here? Yeah, he's in the back.
I don't eat much. I don't take up that much space. That's not true. I'm 6'1", over 200 pounds.
Yes, you do.
I'm working on that, but no. But seriously, man, the vintage collection has been out of freaking control. But I love it.
Yeah.
It's all in the mentality too. Like, I'll buy it. It's like an impulse purchase. I'll buy it now, and if I need to, I can flip it and I'll sell it, and I'll hopefully make my money back on eBay or something like that. I haven't sold a single damn thing on eBay like all summer long. Like this Guardians of the Galaxy shit that I'm.
Oh, no? Didn't you sell your Superior collection as well?
Yeah, but that was like back in like whenever the original Superior run ended, which I think was like back in March or May or something like that. But the punchline is, I was intending on selling a lot more toys this summer.
And you've been doing a lot more buying.
So here's a new Kickstarter we're gonna kickstart up right now.
What?
Get Joe out of debt by sending me $1, and I'll send you
$1. What are you gonna do with the reward for $1?
We'll do rewards. All right, yeah. We'll do different tiers, but I think we talked about this like a couple weeks ago. Like, I'll send you a piece of my collection. Like, here you get, a missile to a G.I. Joe Sky Striker jet.
We'll do autograph napkins.
Yeah. We'll do the verbal autograph.
The verbal autograph.
That's right.
We'll send you. We'll send you a ringtone of Fanboys Inc.
That's right. I love it.
For $75, we'll do a custom ringtone for you.
So that is cool. Some other toy news, some more modern toy news though, because we're living in a post San Diego Comic-Con world, and it's sort of like this time of the year that you see the big retail stores, Walmart, Target, Toys R Us. They'll do aisle resets. So they'll shift their aisles around, and they usually put out new product. At Toys R Us the other day, picked up some Mofo and X-Men Legends Toys R Us exclusives, the Jubilee Build-A-Figure wave. Right now we have Cyclops in his current costume, the black and red, where he's got that big funky X directly across his face there, which I think is a pretty cool design. Picked up Strife, the classic 90s Rob Liefeld designed character, as well as an unmasked Wolverine in his current costume. They are nice. There's also a current modern Marvel Now version of Storm and Magneto. Unfortunately, those figures have been plucked already from the peg, so I didn't get a chance to pick them up. But I picked these 3 figures up, and they are freaking gorgeous. Very nice figures, really nice sculpts. Masterpiece Prowl is out. You guys know me, huge Transformers fan, and the Masterpiece stuff is one of my favorite freaking lines out there. So Toys R Us just got it in the other day. Some of my inside sources tweeted and texted and Facebook messaged me saying, hey, here's the 411. Masterpiece Prowl is available. $69.99, I think, is the price point, or is it? I think it's $69.99, which when you actually open the toy up, I actually have to say I was a little surprised. It was smaller than I thought it was going to be. It's only standing just a little above 6 inches. And so for that price, you'd hope for a little bit of a cheaper price. But, man, Toys R Us, some of their stuff is taxed. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, all in all, still an awesome toy. Yes, thanks to Anthony and Jen for the heads up on those toys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with the success of their new movie, we have some new classics figures hitting the Toys R Us store as well. G.I. Joe 50th anniversary figures. Speaking of Toys R Us, they are exclusive to Toys R Us too. So we have new 3-packs, new 2-packs, and some giant size vehicle packs. So these are pretty sweet, super articulated action figures of our favorite G.I. Joe characters. Some Hulk Agents of Smash toys have hit. Surprise, surprise. Toys R Us exclusives as well. I swear to God, I'm not doing this intentionally, you guys. So if you're a fan of the Hulk Agents of Smash cartoon show, run to Toys R Us for your...
I saw those. It was a Red Hulk.
Yeah, they have Red Hulk, there's Scar, other Hulk. There's like little vehicles you could buy. So they're kind of neat and fun and funky, so check them out. Toys R Us is also getting some Star Wars Rebel. Toys R Us and Target, I will say, are getting new Star Wars stuff based on the upcoming Rebels animated series. We are seeing some role-play accessories, blasters and lightsabers that the kids can take out and play with. The 6-inch Black Series speeder bike I saw at Toys R Us.
That thing looks sweet. You heard that?
And at Target, yes. I heard on the interweb that some people were finding that some of the paint jobs were so sloppy on the Biker Scout 6-inch figure to the point where somebody actually put up a photo where Hasbro accidentally forgot to paint the eyes black. The eye on
it's a
the
variant.
mask.
It's worth millions.
Yeah, right. It's big money there. So Legos, new Star Wars Legos coming out, new Guardians of the Galaxy Legos, new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legos. I mean, there's just everything. Everything is everywhere.
Nice.
So head to Walmart, Toys R Us. Even go to Walgreens. Walgreens is going to have an exclusive Agent Venom Spider-Man Marvel Legends figure.
At Walgreens. You haven't seen it by ours yet, have you?
No, I just stopped there before on the way to this podcast. He is not there yet, nor is the 6-inch Boba Fett white armor prototype action figure.
Ooh, cool.
That's going to be Walgreens exclusive as well. Not out yet, but keep hitting those stores because reports have been coming out that they are starting to hit now. Also, I was at Target locally yesterday. They had 2 Black Series 6-inch Boba Fett action figures.
Oh, no kidding.
Which is a big deal because he is a very popular character, obviously. When he first came out, I want to say late last year, at the beginning of this year, I can't remember.
Hard to find?
Very hard to find. He was going for money on eBay, so the fact that he's getting back out there, good job, Hasbro. Get those hard-to-find figures out there for the fans. We love it.
Nice. We have our assistant producer here
that's
hanging out on the table, playing with Joe's mask
cat.
characters.
I'm going to break your cat if he touches my fucking Legends again.
Hey, watch your language.
I think that's it for Toy News for me, pal.
Okay.
No, oh no, I gotta share this with you guys. Oh my God, let me tell you what happened. Man, I can't believe this. I'm talking about vintage toys. At the motherfucking toy show in Albany at the beginning of the year, I was so fortunate to find a 1984 Superpowers Brainiac action figure for like $5. That's like a steal. That's a steal of a steal. Might as well just giving that thing away. And, man, I never had him as a kid, but I always wanted him because he was cool. He was just a funky robot. And he looked freaky. And you look in the back of his brain. You could see his brain in there. It was creepy looking. Anyways, I bought him, and I had him in my collection. I was so excited. And then I just recently won on eBay a Superpowers carrying case because I'm such an obsessed nerd. I want I can't even go into it right now. It's too dorky.
Yeah, please don't.
Punchline is, the arm on my Brainiac broke.
You've been having a problem with broken toys.
No!
Didn't you have something wrong with your Transformer too that broke?
Man, I can't even remember. And that's
what happens when you play with them, Joe.
Well, that's it. This is part of the problem of dealing with all these vintage toys. You take them out, you want to display them, and occasionally you want to take them out, take them and fiddle with them. Sometimes
you
they'll break.
Fiddle with them? You don't. What's fiddling?
But I will say for Brainiac, no. It's only because I had him in a storage bin, and I think it might have just been the weight of all the other toys on top of them. Which, ironically enough, is why I bought the carrying case in the first place.
Now he's got a place to be laid broken.
He's in there.
It's his tomb now.
It is. It's his mausoleum. And I tried to buy another Brainiac on eBay, and an auction ended last night for $35.
Ooh.
Loose, out of the package.
Wow.
I know.
Did you win it?
No. I was willing to pay like $15 plus a $5 shipping and handling, but I lost, so it's
okay. You'll get it. You'll see it. Maybe it'll show up again at the Albany Toy Show in November. Don't cry.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Don't cry about your broken toys.
It's so hot and sticky in here, and I'm really emotional right now.
Stop.
I think we're getting my period. Did you get your period?
Oh
my God.
Enough. Since you were bringing out this post San Diego Comic-Con, we put out a special Infinite crossover out on Sunday.
You did?
Yes, we did. About San Diego Comic-Con and them being a little biatch. They're suing Salt Lake City Comic-Con really over nothing. It's pretty ridiculous. Go check out that over on Infinite Crossover, the lawsuit and why they're doing that. They really have no case. I don't even know why they're bothering wasting time or money at this point. You know what? Salt Lake City didn't do anything wrong, didn't break any rules. You know, some people are like, oh well, you know, they're kind of taking a piss in San Diego or in San Diego's house, you know, on the lawn. Like whatever, it's not that big of a deal.
Do they pee in the house or do they pee on the lawn?
Well, either one would be bad.
They're just peeing. They're being disrespectful.
Yes, they're being.
No, wait. Wait, did you tell the listeners what they did yet?
What they did to me?
No,
Oh,
with
what
the
San
car.
Diego, what
With
the
the
car
car.
did? If you haven't listened, well, I don't know why you haven't, but if you haven't listened, or you haven't heard online what's going on or seen online, San Diego is suing Salt Lake City Comic-Con for the use of Comic-Con. Really? What are you doing?
To our listeners out there,
No, don't.
you can use a paper bag as a tissue.
Oh my
Just
God, you're disgusting.
let you guys know that.
Wow, and now you're gonna put it in a bag. Don't lay it on the floor.
I'm not. I stood it up.
All right. Oh my God.
Back to your story.
You.
I don't want to take away from your story right now.
I'm gonna sue you, just like you're Salt Lake
Sue
City
who?
now.
Sue everybody.
Yeah, you're Salt Lake
Are we
City right
doing
now.
a Jerky Boys routine? Let's do Jerky Boys. Let's have the Jerky Boys.
Frank
on.
Rizzo here.
Yeah.
But Salt Lake City had a Audi R8. If you don't know what that is, go see Iron Man 1. He loves his Audi R8. Plastered. Now this is very important. Plastered with Salt Lake City logo, con date, nothing that says anything about San Diego Comic-Con. No color, not even yellow, not even the Eye of Sauron, as we like to call it. They're Comic-Con International, and had it parked a few blocks away. And San Diego got upset and felt that it was brand confusion, and you were confusing their fans, thinking that Salt Lake City was a part of San Diego. Now, the con's not on the same weekend. The dates show that when their con is doesn't look like anything like San Diego. Nothing was mentioned that they were part of San Diego. Now San Diego wants to sue for the use of the word Comic-Con. Now they did this back in '96 and lost against Chicago. They do have trademarks for Comic-Con and Comic-Con, but they have no case. They didn't break any rules. Now, some people might think that it was kind of, playing dirty or kind of cheesy.
Is it really though?
It's not.
I mean, it's one car
for
a couple
marketing
blocks away.
campaign. I'm like, why not spread when our con is 3 weeks later or 2 weeks later at one of the most. It's the what do I want to say?
Right, the most
captured audience right there.
Right.
And aren't we supposed to play together? I mean, this is a community. San Diego suing them, outsiders looking in, makes it look really petty.
Right.
San Diego is now that stereotypical fanboy, which that's what we are against, and that's what they're doing. They're like the bully, and that's ridiculous. We're the biggest Comic-Con there is in the world. That's true. Then why are you worrying about it? There was no loss of money, even if you couldn't even prove that there's a loss of money.
Honestly,
and these people bought tickets already, so you got your money. What is the problem?
Yeah, again, it's like it's one car that's like a few blocks away.
And they were upset because Stephen Amell was taking
brains.
pictures with the car, and fans were there. Listen,
who was taking pictures?
Stephen Amell.
Who's that?
Arrow.
Oh,
Green Arrow. So you're just having a hissy fit, really? Sorry, there was no laws broken. They didn't do anything. They didn't use any. They didn't what do I want to say? Break any copyright laws. They weren't doing anything wrong. It's a public place. Get over it and stop wasting our money and time. Not our money, but just wasting time and money on this and making our community look bad. It really does. We're supposed to all play together. We're all supposed to play nice here. The sandbox big enough for all of us with all these cons. Now, if they do for some strange, slim reason, they win, nobody can use the word Comic-Con anymore. It's comic convention.
That's no fun.
And it's ridiculous. It's pointless. You're really going to be that a-hole and do that? Whatever. So, whatever.
Yeah, but can we say, I mean, in the sense that we say Albany Con, it's not the Albany Comic Con.
No,
Albany Con?
I say Albany Con. I say Albany Comic Con. It's better than saying convention. Just rolls off the tongue better. It's just pointless. And it's a generalized term.
Well, exactly. I mean,
so
at
you
this
can't
point, it's
copyright a generalized term. That's why they lost in Chicago.
San Diego has also brought up the trademark for the term bagged and boarded.
Oh, very nice. How about you buy the trademark for a-hole? Because that's what you are. But go check out more of that where we get into detail about that lawsuit and the case and why we think San Diego is doing that, and over on Infinite Crossover. You can find that at fanboysinc.com. Speaking of cons, Boston was last weekend.
Was it?
Yes, it was. Mr. Joe St. Pierre, I chatted with him. He was there. He said it was a great con, very busy. Got to meet Cliff Galbraith and Joe Martino,
Oh, cool.
and had some good talks with them. So that was pretty cool. And he did very well with selling his books. He was
Awesome.
He was energized, saying that comics are back because that people feel that the entertainment and the media takes away from people actually going to buy comics. And it's a Comic Con.
Right.
So
Well, that's great.
He was really excited about that. I believe we will see him when I'm at Granite State.
Oh, nice.
In a few weeks, the second week of September.
Jason Moore was at Boston
Yes,
Comic
he
Con
was.
as
Yes,
well.
he was. He,
How's he been doing? Have you talked to him at all?
I haven't, but I see his pics.
Yeah.
I chat. Hey, what's up?
Yeah. I like his stuff.
Yeah,
I like his.
Yeah, it was a couple celebrities he got to meet, so that was pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
And then got some original artwork.
Yeah, I saw that.
His collection's growing, which is cool. Which I think is a big thing too at cons. The original artwork, sketches, or anything.
Yeah.
I try to at least get one or two.
The kind of
I still need
the exclusive stuff.
I still need my my partner to Storm Shadow over here from Larry Hama. I need my Snake Eyes version, a mirrored version, so I can post that up. But this weekend is Kineticon. Mitchell Hollick, if I pronounce your name wrong, Mitch, I'm sorry. That's going on this weekend. Last minute announcement: you may see a Fanboy Inc. member there this weekend.
I told you I can't go.
I know you can't. That's why I'm going.
But you're going.
We're gonna see. It's last minute. I may be there walking the floor with a fellow friend and friend of the family, as you might say, Brian Comic Head Feraldo.
Sweet.
Traveled down from Toronto, hanging out at the Secret Stash with the boys this week.
Wicked cool.
Yeah, he saw Guardians of the Galaxy with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes last night, so hanging out with the boys.
Stop bragging, Feraldo.
He's not. I was bragging for him. But I might be walking the floor with him, and obviously our friends, the Comic Depot, will be down there as well. They have a big booth.
That's
booths.
cool. Oh,
They'll
cool.
be down there, so I'll be hanging out with the Pusher and Darren. So yeah, and Mitch has got a great con. Mike and Ming will be there. So many awesome guests there. And I'll put the link up on our Facebook page and also on this podcast page. What are you doing?
I'm playing with my new mask toy.
I don't want to have another podcast where you said, "Oh my God, my toy broke." Didn't you learn from the last two things that you played with that broke?
But this one looks so big and superior that it's unable to break.
When the wheel falls off because you fiddled with it.
Oh, my kingdom for a wheel. No, it looks good.
It does look pretty sharp. It looks pretty cool.
It looks cool. I love the fact, really, if this thing was just out, I'd really be able to walk away with from this much easier. But the fact that
it is pretty cool, and it's
the original
clean
box,
as shit.
The original box is here, and it has the original
the advertisement for
advertisement,
their little paper catalog.
The pamphlet for is this stuck together? Chris, what even?
Ew.
What did you let Grady do?
Ew.
Oh, illusion. Illusion is the ultimate weapon.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Mask's tagline.
Yes, Grady is a woman. What?
Anyways, man, all the original paperwork. It looks like it has all the original pieces. It's in great shape. I actually spent the last couple of nights cleaning some vintage toys. I got a little alcohol and some Q-tip swabs.
Is that what you would use to clean all your toys?
Normally, I never have done alcohol, but when I got the Superpowers case in the mail from
Will
eBay,
that take the paint off?
That thing was pretty dirty. No, because fortunately it was just a hard plastic vinyl case.
What's a safe alternative?
Just a little warm water.
No soap, no detergent. No.
Sometimes I'll do a little bit of soap if it's a plastic toy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm cleaning,
no pressure washing, lay it up against your house and
just blast that sucker. Like in the case of if an original box is real dusty and dirty, just warm water, a little bit on a paper towel.
Really? I don't even know if I put warm water on it. When I get one of those lint.
No, because sometimes when you get these
dust
original
mops.
boxes, they've been sitting in a basement or an attic or garage for years, and so they're the dirt is really kicked on. So there you go. It's got it's vintage toy smell, not vintage comic smell.
Yeah. I had a date like that once.
Vintage toy smell.
Yeah.
She smelled musty.
She smelled like that rom. So just a little bit. So a toy cleaning tip would just be warm water, maybe a drop or two of detergent, depending. You don't want to use too much detergent, right?
Yep. You don't want to go too much, too hard. But just a little warm water usually is willing to is enough to take all the dirt off.
Does that loosen the joints?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Because don't they have metal parts in there sometimes too?
Sometimes,
So you don't want
but
to use
I mean,
a lot of water.
yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, if you touch like a damp
don't
paper towel
right. Don't
onto
drown
something
it.
metal,
Use a Q-tip.
it's not going to rust right away.
Right. Use a Q-tip.
Yeah.
Don't drown it in a glass or
Well,
whatever.
that's it. Don't leave it in a bucket of water for 20
Right.
years.
Now, alcohol will that take away the paint? Can you dilute water and alcohol maybe together? Is that a good mixture?
Maybe, and it also depends on like the kind of plastic of the toy. Like this hard plastic here for this mask truck. I wouldn't mind like throwing. I would feel comfortable throwing.
Probably not my DC collectible action figures.
Maybe, probably not. They might be a little
They're softer.
Softer plastic is going to be more
porous,
so it'll absorb the alcohol.
Okay.
So again, just you know what? If you're
maybe they'll get drunk.
Just a little
Iron
warm
Man's drinking
water.
alcohol.
That's right.
Rubbing alcohol.
My Secret Wars Iron Man figure absorbed all the alcohol.
The absorbing man. No, that's cool. That's a nice little tip on that.
Yeah, it is cool.
Just a little bit of water and take your time with it.
Well, that's it.
You know, really get in and just take your time with it.
Don't try
crannies,
really
try to take
bring
shortcuts.
This thing back to life. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
This one doesn't seem to need to be cleaned. This one's pretty.
This one's in great shape. But I will say, last night I cleaned up the Superpowers carrying case, but then also my my mask Switchblade jet / which transforms into a helicopter.
Very cool.
That thing was a little dirtier, so that one I took my time, cleaned it. It's looking brand new. Looks good.
Very cool. Very
man.
cool.
I love this shit.
Do you have a pick for the week? And don't tell them to pick. Don't pick this.
No?
Don't pick this.
Masterpiece Prowl. Transformers Masterpiece Prowl. That's my pick of
Are
this
they hard
week.
to find?
I don't know. I mean, they just came out, and as I mentioned a few minutes ago, like the price point, I think might scare some people off, and maybe not because they're
$69 price point for such a small figure.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's still those hardcore nut jobs, myself included, who are still going to pay that no matter what.
My pick's gonna be a toy pick.
What?
Yeah, my pick's gonna be a toy pick.
What?
The Wolverine Marvel Legends.
Nice.
I initially, when you texted me, you told me about the Cyclops because I love that costume. I know as much people didn't like it, but it works. I think it's great. It's modern. It's edgy. I love it. But then seeing them in person here, you know, I'm very particular on the torso and the joints for the legs for me, and it just doesn't do it for me for the Cyclops. But the Wolverine one, guys, he's shorter. I just put together so much nicer. The torso looks great. Nice. The claws. Now the claws actually look good. Usually when you get the claws, they're thinner. Either you get them warped in the box, or one's bent and the other ones are straight. Not these. These are perfect.
Yep. I agree.
And for what's the price point on that? Was it
the toys, these Toys R Us characters are $21.99, which is, I mean,
and these
that's
will be
like the average price.
Now these will be the easy ones to find, obviously. And
Wolverine, you're going to be able to like walk into the aisle and trip over him.
Right.
There's going to be like three or four per case.
Usually it's one. There's usually one or two characters that are one per case, and Storm is one of those.
Honestly, I think it's going to be Wolverine is like 2 per case, and then I think everyone else is going to be 1 per case.
Okay. Yep. I thought they said that Storm. Remember when you went in the toys? Was it Storm that was?
Yeah, Storm sold out. Magneto was sold out.
Magneto. I would think maybe he might be the 1 per case. Maybe he's such a popular character.
No, but my point is like Wolverines are they're all 1 per case with the exception of Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go pick up Wolverine. If you're a good Wolverine, if you're a Wolverine fan, this is definitely going to look awesome on your wall.
Cool.
I might even say take this one out and play with it.
Yeah.
Not like I have my 2 Spider-Man Legend ones, the movie version and
the Superior.
In the Superior version. I haven't even taken them out of the box.
Take the Superior out.
I can't, man.
You'll like it.
I can't.
You can.
I can't.
I believe in you.
Physically can. I shake. I start sweating.
Let me help you.
No.
I will take it. Take that Batman figure out that you picked up last week.
Oh,
that's a great figure.
There are 2 Batman? No freaking way.
Huh.
You know where I got that?
At the Comic Depot.
I did.
Just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway to meet all your fanboy needs.
They're all gone, too. I went to see today, and
really?
They only had 2 there. So
nice.
I got one, and the other one's gone.
Very good.
I love that one. I almost want to say better than the original one, but the original one's so awesome, too.
I know. I get you. The Justice League one that DC Collectibles put out.
There's more things going on with this Batman.
Well, that's it. It just has more character to the sculpt. There's more folds in the
and he's wearing military pants.
There's more armor that he's wearing. Yep. I hear you, pal.
So my pick, Wolverine Marvel Legends. Go check it out at your Toys R Us store near you.
My pick, Transformers Masterpiece Prowl. Our pick, Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Is there anything else this week?
Our pick's going to be the Guardians, yeah.
Hells to them.
Of course. No, I think we've covered just about everything. Like I said, I might be at ConnectiCon this weekend, crossing fingers. If you see me or see Brian, Comic Head Feraldo, give a shout out. We'll be walking the floor. I know he'll be doing some stuff. Mike and Ming will be there, obviously. I think I'm wondering if any of our boys are going to be there.
Who? Like
Paul
Sean
or
Murphy
Ron.
Oh, any of those guys.
I'm wondering if Ron's going to be there. Ron Mars, writer of Witchblade, and has a new series coming out. Also, Paul Harding, toy sculptor extraordinaire.
Yep.
Oh my God, I forgot. Kirby Day.
Coming up soon.
Kirby Day, August 28th. Go check it out on our Facebook page. Celebrating Jack Kirby, the King Kirby's birthday at Schmaltz Brewery in Clifton Park, New York. We will be there. We will not be potting, but we will be there with the other guests, Ron Mars.
We'll be there drinking.
Yes, we'll be there drinking. I don't know if I can because I can't drink beer.
Oh, man.
So
I guess you'll have to drive.
I guess I'm everybody's DD.
Sweet.
I know I'd rather be driving something else home.
What? Like, what would you like to drive home?
Whatever, Joe. Do I have to clarify it with you? Remember, we're broadcasting live.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I know you don't.
I don't get the
situation. It goes over your head because you're slower than Drax.
No, I'm too fast. I would catch anything that went over my head.
Ron Mars will be there. Tom Rainey, Nicole Jelinek, Paul Harding, and many more. Also, Paul designed a great label. King Kirby, a limited edition that will only be sold and available at this event. And Schmaltz Brew, we put out a special brew, so you can buy 6-packs or cases of this, and portions of the proceeds are going to go to the Hero Initiative. So that's going to be a great time. It's August 28th. Check that out. 4 to 8, I believe. The guys will be there sketching, signing. Cool. It's going to be a great time. We'll be there drinking, talking.
Don't forget about Depot Day as well.
Depot Day will be August 23rd. More details will be coming out as soon as that. We know right off the bat. Ron Mars, myself, you will be potting. Nicole Jelinek.
Cool.
And a few more. I believe even Richard Clark. But more details, you'll see another awesome poster design by yours truly being popping up on the internet soon. Next week, this is selfish plug. Next week we are going to be broadcasting live from inside the Comic Depot, just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway to meet all your Kaminsky needs. We are going to be joined by special guests and friends, Skip Winter, creator of Unit 5, the writer.
Oh, nice.
And we have also a special guest, Bubbles.
Who?
Bubbles.
The fuck?
Nah, that's not appropriate.
Bubbles?
Well, you'll find out. She is a new character.
Oh.
From the pages of Unit 5.
Huh.
And they are, we'll also be talking possibly with Red Anvil, maybe possibly Joe Martino if we can get him on the phone.
Cool.
Unit 5 is now a comic under that company's name, Red Anvil. Check him out, Joe Martino and the boys over there. Red Anvil Comics, so check that out. So that'll be next Wednesday, live from inside the Comic Depot. So, yeah. Guys, thank you. Thank you at the Comic Depot for listening. I hope your customers enjoyed the show.
They shut this shit off like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah,
did you guys find my wallet, by the way? Call me.
You already told them. No. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. And you know what? I guess I'm the hell out of here. Oh! I can't. I got to stop. Don't forget to check out a new live IncCast tomorrow. Infinite Crossover, sorry, on Thursday with myself and Josh Epstein. And always check out RSRG Entertainment. Philip Broyles out every Monday. He gave his review of the Guardians of the Galaxy as well, and he recorded his at his hometown toys or comic book store, Max Toys and Comics. So check him out every Monday. So yeah, now I'm done.
Nice.
All right, what are you gonna do now?
All right, Robin Williams, this one was for you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you so much. R.I.P. my friend.
Later, nerds.
Peace.